Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about target retirement funds. Unfortunately, in India, we don't have target retirement funds, and I don't have the guts to blame the insurance or the mutual fund industry simply because I don't think at this stage we will justify a target date fund of any particular date. We don't have enough people who know how to market it well, and therefore it will not get sold. So it is very easy for me to say, oh, mutual fund should launch target date funds, and they end up getting 10 crores. It won't justify. You need at least 1000 crores to run a decent size fund, right? So no, I don't think it makes sense for India to launch this, but I think it's a fantastic and a great opportunity for RIAs or IFAs to create a target solution, right? A target date solution. So unfortunately or fortunately, I have to name the fund house. So Franklin Templeton had launched something called a family solutions, right? A family solution meant I could invest in one single check. I could give a Franklin Templeton family solution check. It could go into that fund, and within the fund I could choose A, B, C, D, E. Now, why this is important? I can actually give 3 checks, doesn't matter, right? Unfortunately or fortunately, it does matter. Let me tell you what is a target date fund. Now, suppose I have a very young person coming to me. She is 25 years of age and she wants to save for her retirement, right? She's 25, she thinks she wants to retire at 55. So she's got a 30-year window in which to invest, and she wants to say, I just issue one check and everything is taken care of. That can be done. Who is supposed to do it? The MFD, RIA, IFA, whatever you want to call them, the agent. He or she can definitely do it. Now talk to this girl and say, well, you require an X amount of money. It is impossible to know at this stage how much money you will require for retirement. So let me tell you, since you are earning well, can you put away 5,000 rupees a month into a retirement plan? And she says, yeah, I can, because I have other priorities. I have to run the world. I want to start my own business. I want to buy a motorcycle. I want to travel the world. And my first trip is to Ladakh and Leh. I don't want to get into this asset allocation and all this nonsense. I've seen Subramani and he insists on asset allocation. I don't want to do this. I will give a check every month and you handle what is to be done. Fantastic opportunity. Now, since it is Templeton who has got this, let me give you what I would do. I would put some money in Franklin India Blue Chip. I would put some money in Prima, and maybe I would put some money in Franklin India Flexi Cap. So she's got 5,000 rupees. I may split it up, 4,000 rupees into these 3 schemes and 1,000 rupees in Templeton India Pension Plan or Franklin India Pension Plan, whatever the name is. I would do this combination, and what would happen is now she's 24, 25, and I will not look back on this till she is, say, 40. So for 15 years this ride continues nicely. At 40 I say, okay, now since you want to retire at 55, let us review. And she says, oh no, I don't want to retire at 55. If I have enough money, I want to retire at 53. Great. So what I would do is reduce little bit of the equity content and increase that Templeton pension plan or the Franklin pension plan, so that the debt element increases slowly. By the time she is, say, 50, I would say, now I think you should have all your money in the Templeton pension plan, because the need to be in equity is already over, and this is your target date fund. So I go and talk to her, and I call this the Savita retirement solution. It is not just a Templeton pension plan or a Franklin India Blue Chip or something like this. I have given a target in the sense that she knows that she needs an X amount of money. That could be 8 crores, 10 crores, 25 crores. I am not getting into that. There are enough calculators to do that. And I'm saying you have to be in equity for a very long period of time. So for 30 years, or if you're investing for 25 years, you're going to be largely in equity with a little bit of debt. Later on, you will increase the debt. Now at 50, she might say, I thought I will retire, but I don't think I want to retire. I want to work for another 7-8 years. My business is doing very well. That's great. That flexibility is there. At that stage, you say, okay, we continue this asset allocation. Only thing is I'm increasing some more debt. So into that investment, I remove maybe a mid-cap fund and put a debt fund, right? So this way I can do. What I'm doing is, as an IFA or as an advisor or as whatever, I'm creating that product. I'm creating that solution. I think a lot of us, a lot of MFDs, have to start thinking in terms of solution rather than in terms of products. Even today I am being asked, what is your view on the ICICI Flexi Cap plan, which is doing an NFO now? Honestly, I don't even know whether you need it, right? Whether it is appropriate for you. I don't need it. I take a view on equity over 10-year period. Even in this market, I am investing. It is not bothering me saying, oh, market is too high. I've been through cycles and I will go through cycles. Yes, I have some cash because of some sales that I have done. But that's fine. I will live with the fact that I'm not fully invested. I will live with the fact that I'm fully invested day after tomorrow after I make the investments. That's also possible, right? But creating a solution, you can create a solution like this for retirement. You can create a solution like this for a child plan. So when the child is 0 years of age, obviously you want to put everything in equity, and then slowly you taper it around. When the kid is around 14 or 15, you say, okay, we have almost reached the target. So now I will shift some of the money into, say, a short-term income fund or a liquid fund if the performance has been very good, and keep very little in equity. Maybe only 10% is in equity, because the parents have decided that this girl is going to study medicine or something and she needs the money at 18. At that stage, she needs, say, 30 lakhs per year for the next 5 years. And that was the reason why this was created. Now, you don't have to go and buy a single product saying, oh, I will buy this child plan. Okay, I don't need to buy a DSP child plan or a Nippon child plan or an Invesco child plan. I can go and create it myself. I just need some good presentation material so that the investor gets to read it and says, oh, this is the Savita investment plan. Savita is 2 years of age. So I can send a nice letter to the investor saying, Savita is today 2 years of age and we have targeted 2.5 crores for her education. We have reached a figure of 1,40,000 or 1,50,000. She just started, right? 5,000 per year or some 5,000 per month. You've started that fund, and slowly going towards the goal, what happens is, you have one dabba to which you have given a target date, you have given a target amount, you have given it a sense of direction. Do you think anybody, any investor would ever break that? Would he break Savita child plan money to go for a trip to Singapore or to buy a second AC or to buy a car? He or she, as a husband and wife, would sit and talk and say, oh, no, this is Savita education plan. This is Deepak retirement, which is the, Deepika retirement, whatever. So, sense of direction, target, everything is given, then there is a good possibility that the investor will come to the IFA and say, Subra, remember we were doing this, so what happened is, you said I should be putting 30,000 for my retirement and I was putting only 18. I have this lump sum, can I put it into that? And it's very clear that he will or she will put it into that, and then you can decide to choose the proportion. Suppose he is or she has accumulated 5 crores in that, and your target was 7 crores. You say, okay, let's put it into a debt fund because this is going fine as per target. And then when the market comes down, you may say, oh, the market is down and this debt fund is 8 years old, there's a lot of money in it, let us remove and put it in equity. You can do rebalancing, but everything within one dabba. Yes, if you do rebalancing, there will be capital gains tax, whereas if it was done by the fund manager, if I were a fund manager handling it, and I said, oh, here is the 2041 retirement plan, which means 20 years from now. The advantage is there will be no income tax for any of this reshuffling. So, but reshuffling, if you do once in 15 years, you don't have to worry about taxation, right? So, this is the role of a target date fund. Either you can crib that India does not have target date funds. As of now, we don't have, and I don't think we are getting there, anywhere near there, unless our mutual fund investing culture goes up. Also remember, target date funds will be more expensive because there are a lot of internal costs which are going to happen, and the fund size will be small. So people looking at index funds and saying I will be only in the index, it's not meant for them. But I can create a retirement plan for this 20-year-old girl or a 25-year-old girl, including index funds in that. I could put a bond index fund, equity index fund, and an international, a Vanguard international fund, and I can create that as a retirement plan. I don't have to have only Indian funds, provided I have a solution provider who says such a package is available, because I want the end investor to see only the solution. Deepak retirement plan, this is what it is. Your target was so much, this is what has happened, and page 3 can contain details about what is the IRR and whatever is the statutory requirement that can be there. But page 1, communication will be different. So communication has to be different, the structure has to be different. If I want, I should be able to do multi companies, so I should be able to pick one Invesco fund, one Mirai fund, and things like that, maybe one ITI fund, one Templeton fund. I should be able to pick up 3-4 funds and create this solution. Right now this solution can be created only within Templeton. So I want somebody like an MFU to be able to create a product like this, where I give a solution where the funds come from different fund houses. Possible? Yes. Who should be doing it? MFA, IFAs, MFDs should be doing this, right? So this is meant for you guys. Thank you.